Amazing Dreamlight Valley is an awesome game. I mean, it's basically Disney meets Animal Crossing. What's not to love? And I've been playing this game pretty much since it came out, and we have streamed it so many times on this channel, and we're gonna be doing it a whole lot more every time there's an update, so be ready for that. But with their big expansion at the end of last year, Rift in Time, which was a full-on DLC, they introduced a whole lot of things that made the game so much more fun to play. Then they added something that at first I really loved, and everyone seemed to love it too, but over time it's really begun to lose its luster for me, to where now it might be my least favorite aspect of the entire game. And that is time bending. Time bending is a special tool that you have to where you can rip items out of space and time. That's a really cool idea. And to get the items, you're basically playing just a little mini game of hot and cold. Okay, that's cool. Well, what's so wrong with it? Well, let me tell you a couple of things. First up, let's talk about the amount of XP that your time bending actually gives your characters. And one of the best ways to level up characters in this game is to pick a hangout bonus and then do that hangout bonus with them. They gain a lot of XP, you get a lot of resources at the same time, so you can start stockpiling away in your storage room while you're also leveling them up. It's a great system, but time bending doesn't want that to work. Trying to level them up while time bending was so frustrating that I had to stop. I've never had a character that I had to do something that wasn't their regular hangout bonus just because the XP it gave was so low. I went for an hour and a half and got maybe half a level. Whereas I had Sully at the same time, who was my mining buddy, who I went through and just started mining everything, and I got him up like 3 levels in an hour. What is this game? But maybe the reason it gave so little XP is the fact that there are almost no time bending spots every time you go to a new biome. I've counted, I have looked, I got 3. There were 3 spots I could time bend every time I went there except for 1, which gave me 4. So grand total, you go through the entire Dreamlight Valley, you're going to get 25 items. And something that I learned while making this video, it's not just Dreamlight Valley that gives you 25 for the entire map. It's also Eternity Isle. And every single individual spot will give you 2. Like the ruins will give you 2 spots to time bend, the overlook, the docks, all that, except one of them randomly will give you 3. So in that way, it totals to 25. But when you go mining, how many items do you walk away from per biome? Because you're getting about 4 or 5 items per rock. And there's about 6 rocks. That's about 30 items per biome. Not entire valley, per biome. Fishing, you could get infinite amounts pretty much. You can still fish even when there's not white bubbles. You can still get a ton of stuff. But time bending, no, you gotta wait till they respawn. And let's talk about the respawn times. Now, with most of the items in Dreamlight Valley, it's kind of on a time frame. If you mine a rock, you can wait pretty much exactly 5 minutes and that rock will reappear. Fishing, I don't know the exact timer on this, but they will start respawning relatively quickly after you've completed all of the white bubbles, blue bubbles, and orange bubbles. On my own, before I filmed this video, I went through and timed how long it took for these to respawn. And the results were incredibly inconclusive. The first time, it took me about 2.5 minutes. That's actually really good. It's faster than the mining. So let me see how long it takes to get the second one. I kept pressing and pressing and pressing. And then finally, I got a new time bending spot after 7.5 minutes. How did we go from 2.5 minutes to 7.5? We're gonna give you a new one when you feel like it. And even then, we're not gonna replenish all 3 or all 4. We're giving you 1. It just helped show you really what I mean by this. I'm gonna go through, do a full lap around the entire Dreamlight Valley, see how long it takes and how much I actually get. Okay, so that took me 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And that's with me stopping every time for Mike to give me another one. So let me see here how many I get now.
To prepare today's menu.
After doing that, how many have respawned since I went through the entire map? 1. I got 1. So yeah, within the time it takes you to do all of that, You get one respawn. The only other way I could think to do it to make it so that you can get through a lot at a time is to actually like hop maps, go to Eternity Isle, do all the ones there, and then come back. Then maybe you'll have the full 3 back, or maybe 4. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna try that. Okay, so I just finished up, and it took me just under 20 minutes to go through all of it. So let's see.
And beyond.
All right, I have 1 that has spawned, and we get the full 3. We have 2, and we did get 3. Okay, from this one test, it seems to be fully restocked. However, that might not always be the case. And then we get to one of the most egregious problems overall with time bending, and that is there are too many different options. So let me explain a little bit about what I mean. There are 9 options from time bending parts that are available every time you time bend. But we're not done yet. There's also gifts. There are 15 gifts that are possible every time you time bend. But we're not done yet, because then there's also fragments. And now there are 10 fragments total, but you only get 1 per day, and that changes per day. So I'm going to count that as 1. Guess how much that equals? 25. So you get 20. There's 25 options to get every single time you time bend. Well, you have the potential to get 1 of every single item. Right? No, because I left out the 4th option, and that's mist. Let me tell you something. You get so much mist all the time. Everywhere you go, you're getting mist. Like you see, I have 142,000 mists. This is more, that's more than any Dreamlight I've ever had. Because when you go around Eternity Isle, there's so many ways to get mist. Now, I've also heard a lot of people tell me, oh, you know, if you just make more characters time benders, then you will get more items per drop. So when you go time bending with a friend, they give you like 12 of that item. You are correct. That is absolutely true. However, do you know what it takes to get a time bending manual to change one of my already established characters into a time bender? Time bending gifts. Remember how many are possible to get every single time you time bend? There's 15 options. So what are the chances you're going to get 1 of those every time you go time bend fully in the valley? The odds you're going to get what you want are low. And you got to get 10 of each of those. So 30 total. But I hear you saying you can actually use characters as your hangout buddies to help increase these drops. And you're right. If you look here at Anyone Can Cookbook, if you look down at the very bottom, it says Universe and Hangout Bonus, Ratatouille. Anybody from Ratatouille, which right now we only have Remy, if he's hanging out with you, your chances of getting an Anyone Can Cookbook is much higher. But he's not a time bender. So if you get one of these, you only get 1. You don't get a time bending buddy to help you with that because they're not a time bender buddy. Because that's the whole reason you're getting the manuals, is because you need a time bending buddy to help you get more gifts, but you need the gifts to make the time bending manuals. It's a cyclical circle. I have finally, just recently, like last week, got enough dingle hoppers, pink bows, and wooden oars to get Ariel, Minnie, and Moana to be time bending buddies now. That took way too long. And all this to say, I love the idea of time bending. I love the little mini game you do, but it is a terrible way to get resources. I don't know, maybe the game can introduce a potion to make this a far less tedious process. Like whenever you get 1 item from time bending, it'll give you like 3 or 4 items. Maybe that's what they'll do. That would be far better. I wish it wouldn't be locked to a potion, but you know, whatever. So let me know down in the comments below, do you agree with me, or do you love time bending as it is now and you don't see all these problems? And let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!